As I had mentioned briefly at the end of last class, today would be a little bit of a hybrid period where, well, this on the board doesn't even tell you. So we feel like we need to give you a little bit more class time to make sure that you are comfortable with the 4.6 material before you see that quiz. So the first half of class, if you did not finish handout 31 and 32 last class, I don't remember how much time we had, that would be the first thing to do. In handout 30, we went over everything you need to know about 4.6. That would be graphing tangent, cotangent, secant, cosecant, and knowing what type of characteristic questions we're going to ask you about any of the 6 trig parent functions, which would be location of asymptotes, domain, range, type of symmetry, even and odd, continuous versus discontinuous, and periods. So I told you all of that in handout 30, but in number 31, you need to practice graphing tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. And then in 32, the big chart, that's all of the stuff that will be on that quiz. That quiz will be the start of next class. So again, you've got half of your first class here to finish those up. Make sure that you don't have anything you need to clarify about them. I will add that again, 4.6 is very straightforward. So on this one document here, I can summarize exactly what it'll look like on the quiz. On the quiz, without a calculator, we will ask you to graph these 4 trig graphs. And that will be without a calculator, just by hand. And then we will ask some, not all of these, but some of these characteristic questions, but that part of the quiz will be matching. So you don't have to try to like memorize the structure of the answers or anything. You just need to be able to understand and know them well enough to match up. So go ahead and see where you left off last class with the 31 and 32. If you have both of those finished, but you feel like you need to practice them again or think about them again, then use this time now. As you guys find any questions you'd like some help over 4.6 from, I would be happy to help. So you either just need to raise your hand or bring it up here to me and we can get that cleared up. And then once we're 45 minutes into class, we make it to the second half of class, we're going to do half of the test review. And the half of the test review that we'll look at today is I'll give you a chance to look over your 4.4 quiz. That's why I passed it back to you. Go over the ones that you don't understand why you missed. And I will start to take some questions from the test review. So our plan next week is we'll take the 4.6 quiz first thing on Monday. The second half of Monday, we will do the second half of the test review. So at that time, I'll give you your 4.5 quiz back. And you should know what's on 4.6. So you don't really have to have that quiz back, but I'll try to get it back to you as well. And that would set us up to take the test on Wednesday, but we can't take it on Wednesday because you guys know what we're doing next Wednesday? VSAT. So there are classes in the afternoon, but class is probably going to be like 20 minutes or something, not long enough to do the test. So we won't do anything new on Wednesday, and that'll put our test on Friday. So you don't really need to worry too much about the test at this point, but like the first test, the best resource is going to be your quizzes. So the mistakes you made on your 4.4 quiz that you can ask about the second half of class, the 4.5 quiz, and the 4.6 quiz that you can ask about on Monday will be the best resource. And then number 34, the test review, would be a good secondary source. So right now you just need to worry about your 4.6 quiz on Monday. Okay, does anybody have anything from 30, 31, or 32 that you know you want to ask about? If you already know you have those questions, there's no need to wait. Okay, then once we are 45 minutes into class, I will ask you to move on and give me your questions from your 4.4 quiz and your test review. Stella out. I guess at any point during the class period, if you slow down a little bit, one of the few things I'm going to ask you to turn in between now and next Monday is number 32. So that's at the bottom of the agenda. You could take care of that if you're waiting on the second half of class. Of course, you guys are welcome to just move on to the test review when you're ready to. You don't have to have the test review done by Monday, but